Today I'm talking about why it can feel so hard to start over and find yourself again after leaving a toxic relationship or even leaving a situation that was difficult, where you felt like you might have just lost a sense of who you are and your sense of self. It's about rebuilding, but it's also about becoming a new version of yourself. And that feels kind of unknown and scary. It can almost feel like stepping into a whole new world, and everything feels unpredictable and really uncertain. I'm Ketra Thompson, and I'm a certified master hypnotist. I help people come home to themselves. I do this by helping them reframe those core beliefs inside themselves that are keeping them from having the life they want, and I do that through a customized hypnotherapy process. Join me as we navigate the roadblocks that might be keeping you from your truest and best self, so you can make a plan to find a way to become the best version of you. Before we dive in, be sure to hit like and subscribe, and also there is a link in the description to set up a one-time consultation call to see if we're a good fit to work together, if you would like to work with me. So let's jump in. So first of all, if you have left a controlling or toxic relationship, you might feel really confused and really exhausted. And that feeling is normal, especially if you've been dealing with manipulation and that manipulation has really caused you to question your own reality. That can take a specific process of really purposefully undoing the damage from that kind of relationship. So I want you to know there is a way back to you, but it takes some intentionality. And I want you to realize that you never will be the same version of yourself that you were before. But when you take those life experiences, you learn from them and you grow and you do the deep inner work, you can combine the version of you that you were before with this newer, more connected version of you. So give yourself credit for the fact that you've grown, that you aren't the same person anymore, and that maybe you're not exactly who you want to be yet and you haven't undone that damage, but you're aware and you're taking the steps toward becoming the best version of you. So this internal struggle that you might be dealing with can come from a few places. You may not trust yourself anymore. And if that's the case, it might be causing you some severe confusion, even fear about moving forward, fear about trusting your own decisions, and maybe just a feeling that everyone knows something that you don't know. Or you might be trying really hard to be the person that you once were before this thing happened. But it doesn't quite feel right, because the truth is you're not the same person anymore. You have aspects of that person, but you have also learned so much. And you might even feel afraid that you're going to make the same mistakes again. And that can cause you to feel like you need to isolate and close yourself off out of that fear. So what can you do to fix it? Well, first I want you to know that this isn't about just going and hanging out with more people and filling up your time with busyness so that you don't have to think or feel any of these things that don't feel good. The answer is actually a two-part answer. It requires two things: action and work on a subconscious level. So first, addressing these issues on a subconscious level is what is going to give you the traction that you need to feel like you can take those steps forward and create the life that you want. Processing what happened on a subconscious level is most effective to help you move forward. You can do this with a customized hypnotherapy program, which is exactly what I do with my clients. This really allows you to process all of those limiting beliefs, all of those wounds, and do it on a subconscious level that isn't usually accessible. It allows you to finally stop all those cycling thoughts that are racing around in your mind and stop all of those unnecessary fears. This is going to also help you reframe those old belief systems that might have been the cause of what led you to be in this relationship in the first place, or what led you to overlook the red flags that you would have otherwise caught. So this kind of process isn't entirely about willpower. It's really about connecting to your truest self on a subconscious level and reframing the thoughts that are driving that subconscious level. It really allows you to connect with your deepest sense of self-worth in a profound way that creates lasting change and lasting results in your life. Your subconscious mind controls over 95% of everything you think and feel and do, but you don't usually have access to it except for when you're in a state of hypnosis. So in my opinion, having this customized hypnotherapy process is a very important step, especially in getting you momentum and traction. Being able to reframe and integrate all of these core beliefs that are causing the fear and confusion is really important. Now, the second part is stepping out of your comfort zone. So this step of stepping out of your comfort zone is really a thoughtful and methodical process. Taking these baby steps is what is going to fill your life with the things that you need to feel a sense of belonging, purpose, and contentment. But it does take the action step of pushing you out of your comfort zone to do it usually. This includes rediscovering things you used to do and you used to enjoy, but it also includes trying new things and making new connections. Making those personal connections is really important because it will feed your life in a way that you really need to have, especially after you've left something so toxic. And it can help you not feel so alone, not feel so isolated, and not get drowned in those negative self-thoughts. A good thing to do is make a list of the things that you want to try. New places you want to go, new things you want to try, new foods you want to learn to cook, all kinds of things. Make that list so you can actually start doing it. Now, you aren't going to do everything on the list right away. Like, you're going to take your time, you're going to try things one at a time, and you're going to measure how much emotional energy you have to give to those things. But the fact is that making the list and moving toward that by taking action does prove to your mind that things can be different and that you can do this. It's really about integrating those parts of the old you with the parts of the new you and discovering what that blend really is in the process. It's about discovering who you really want to be. Once you have some small wins, it helps you to feel more confident to become the person you want to be, and it helps eliminate those false beliefs that had been holding you back. All of this truly requires a willingness to invest in yourself. Invest the time, invest the money, invest everything that you have into building yourself into the person that you want to be, because this is your life and you only have one of them. Your mind probably has all these old tapes running in the background of your thoughts, and they may be negative self-talk even more so than you realize. Once you start tuning in to what those thoughts are, you realize more and more how critical they are, how self-judging they are, and you want to be able to eliminate those tapes from playing so that you can choose to be your truest self. And to get there, you have to choose to feed your mind, to enlist the help of those who can help get you there, and start looking toward your future. Stop looking back and start looking toward what you want. That is going to keep your eye focused on the goal, and that's a really important part. So when you are truly ready to break free from this cycle and actually make changes, especially on a subconscious level, check out the link in the description where you can set up that consultation call so that we can see if this is a good fit for you. Remember, when you change yourself, you change the world. Until next time, curate a life by your own design.